Hello and welcome to this Traffic Lights Toolkit tutorial video. This tutorial video is about one of the case studies we did at Canterbury Christ Church University in developing this toolkit that was funded by the HEFCE Higher Education Innovation Fund via Catalyst project. So this particular case study involved students from foundation year in the life sciences and also level 4, so first year students in the life sciences and in the business school at Canterbury Christ Church University. So it was a large cohort of approximately 500 students we did this particular case study with. So the aim here was to deliver a digital version of the Traffic Lights tool, as you can see here in Excel, that was pre-formatted for students to complete, and have students complete that tool at the beginning of their first year at university. In the life sciences, that was done as part of the induction week procedure. They received a briefing on the tool and how to complete it. And in the business school, it was done as part of one of their compulsory first year modules, and then have them complete the tool at the beginning of the first semester and at the end of the first semester, so students could see and could reflect on the learning they'd done in their first semester, and also to inform, in the case of the life sciences, to inform the tutorial process. So students who completed the tool were asked to discuss the tool with their academic tutor. So the way the format of this was delivered, or the way this spreadsheet was formatted, is there was a box for students to enter their student ID, so we could associate individual traffic lights sheets with the individual students. The instructions for the tool and how to complete it were not on the first sheet, because we wanted to keep this simple and straightforward for students to use, especially in the briefing session where students had a computer to complete the tool in session. So instead, the instructions were put on a second sheet where students could consult them if they needed them. So this was for students who had missed the briefing session and had to do this independently, or for students who wanted to refresh their memory. So the tool itself consisted of two of the tools in the toolkit, so the Perception of Challenge tool and the Quadrant tool. The Perception of Challenge tool contained 10 skill statements that were designed and developed in collaboration between the business school and the life sciences, and the aim was to cover some fundamental and generic skills that students would need to develop in their first year of studies, and that were grouped by expectations of skills we expected students to have as they were becoming used to or integrating into the student life at the university, and higher education skills, so skills they would need to engage with the higher education process. And the learning especially, so the module content more than anything else. So the students then had a cell that was pre-formatted for the color rating, so they could give either a green for comfort, an amber for challenge, or a red for concern or worry. If you have any questions about how exactly this tool works and what the colors indicate and how they work, please see some of the other information we've put on the project website. The link to that is available in the description of this video, is also at the beginning and at the end of this video, and you also have this spreadsheet there to download, as well as other templates you can download and use with your students. So there's the color rating students could add. There's also a rating scale students could complete, so to indicate the confidence rating from 1 to not confident at all to 10 highly confident. And then there was also a space for notes, thoughts, and comments that students could complete, so more qualitative reflection on the skills they had or they still needed, and these they could bring up with their tutors and their supervisors, their personal academic tutors, throughout their first semester of studies. There was a space for general thoughts and comments for students to add down here, and then there was a quadrant tool where students could place the numerical values from this Perception of Challenge tool into the quadrant tool to indicate the need for direction and the need for support they had for each of these statements. Support meaning direct engagement with a tutor, with a lecturer, with a instructor, to be talked through and be told about ways of developing those skills and shown ways to develop those skills, and direction meaning being pointed at resources that the students could use independently and themselves to develop the skills further. So this was essentially the delivery of the Traffic Lights tool for these students. They downloaded the tool from the virtual learning environment, completed it in most of them in session, and then uploaded it again to a submission point, to a digital submission point on the virtual learning environment. In this case, turned it in. So that is the outline of the tool being used for this case study. Again, for more information on this particular case study and other case studies, as well as the resources, so the template you see here and others, please visit the project website. The link is in the description below. I hope you found this video useful, and thank you very much for watching.